comic, I have a love-hate relationship. Like, when I look at him, the first word that comes to mind is cum bubble. But, when he comes up here, you'll see why. You'll see why. And, did I get everything in place? He wanted me to, like, make sure that the mic was staying, the stool's in the right place. Everything's okay for you? Yeah, cum bubble approved. All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Arvin.
What just happened? What did you say? Okay, I was going to end with this, but I guess I'm going to open up. One day, John, he came up to me and he said, "You remind me of an anvil, which reminds me of a hammer, which reminds me of Thor, which makes me think you have a big dick." So I was like, that's a pretty, leave it to the gay community to come up with really catchy ways to hit on people. So I wrote a few of my own when I was bored at work one day. They're not as good, because I love women, but here we go. You remind me of a forest, which reminds me of wood, which reminds me of a saw, which is a reminder I can't see anything wrong with the two of us raising a family. I mean, shut up. No, I like you guys. Don't take that the wrong way. That was a friendly shut up. Okay. We have time. I can't go, I'm the asshole with the light. That was me. Okay, so you remind me of Indiana, which reminds me of corn, which reminds me of heroin, which reminds me of Rip Van Winkle. I could sleep with you forever. This one isn't really a pickup line, just to kind of, I want the audience to not like me. You remind me of a horse, which reminds me of a cowboy, which reminds me of Heath Ledger. Who's laughing now, Joker? Right on. Didn't go the way I expected. You remind me of a spruce tree, which reminds me of a chair, which reminds me of a play. Your bedroom is my favorite reality show, because I sit in the spruce tree in your backyard and watch you at night. That's all. Thanks for inspiring me. Cum bubble approved. So this was interesting. I've just said cum bubble. It's been said already tonight. Come on, just beating a dead cum bubble. So I was at Moe's today. This is a real slap in the face. Like, I got a home wrecker, and as I'm walking out, mind you, I was really stoned when I went to Moe's today. And as I'm walking out of the door, my lunch was so heavy that it busted out of the bag, and there was just like tortilla chips and salsa everywhere. And like, there's a restaurant full of people, and like, look at that fat ass walking outside. He bought so much food that he can't even, the bag can't even hold it. So I had to go back, all stoned, to the guy at the counter, like, excuse me, there's an issue, excuse me. Welcome to those who've already been here. You don't recognize, it's not customer service. You don't recognize my face. So I'm like, hey man, we got a bummer. There's been a blowout. My home wrecker just wrecked your cheaply recycled bag. And don't worry, the burrito was salvaged, which she was excited about, because that would suck making fucking burritos all day. I was just I didn't want any more chips, so it's a punchline, so I just needed more. So I sold out. It's official. I had sold out. I'm not using my stage time as advertising space. Actually, for Bella Bella, I was given one Bella Bella hat to talk about Bella Bella. They have great Americanized Italian food. Happy hour. The forward to 7, house wine and draft beer. And, I actually worked at Bella and everyone was given a hat, but I like to think that I was special and it was given for that specific reason. It wasn't. That was that joke. That's Champ's line. I just used that. So, I got a text message last night from a girl. Right? I was expecting like an applause break, but I can still work with this. That's cool. Yeah, it was really random because it's like I'm usually the guy that's got to try like really hard to get a girl's attention, and this one just kind of like popped into my Samsung, and I was like, well, right on. And she actually came out tonight. Can you stand up right here? No, I'm not making. By the way, that lesbian did not text me. There was supposed to be nobody here. The joke was that there was nobody here. You ruined it. Punchline. So I was actually driving to here today, and I live by a church, and I think it's really funny that there's a lot of people going to church on Wednesday nights, and then there's like you people that come here and hear Cum Bubble and which got me thinking, how many different locations were passed up before the final spot for the Last Supper was picked? Like that had to have been a real bitch. I mean, like Jesus' assistant, which I'm sure he grew up going to Bible school with him, but Jesus' assistant is calling all the different restaurants in Bethlehem. Like, well, sir, what we're going to need is a banquet room for about 13 people. But we're going to want one table, and for some reason the host wants everyone to sit on one side, so we can just make it really long. We'll be bringing our own wine as our corking fee. We're gonna. Is it?
It's true.
It is true. Is there research done about how many different places we passed up? So we're on the same page. Like it had to have been a bitch. And then of course, like they didn't even find a location. They were like the big party that showed up 10 minutes before closing and didn't want to leave. That's just how I interpret it. So since we've been doing a lot of racial jokes tonight, I've been wondering why so many black people smoke Newports. So I did some research. It might have been the same site that we talked about the Last Supper, but I was doing some research, and it turns out that they're just jam-packed full of nicotine. I know the deal. That's good, I like that. Oh, man. I actually told her I was trying to test that joke out. So I was just being racist and finding all the black people that I could and run it off. And for the most part, it was like, yeah, that's hilarious. And there's one guy who was like, man, it might have been you. He was like, that's reason to meet you after the show and beat your ass. And then out of fury, he needed like a nicotine fix, so he pulls out his pack of Newports. Like, here, let me get that Newport for you, pal. Shit's true. Now that we've been, I don't know what I've been doing, but I want to tell you about my family life for a minute here. I went back home to help my family move into a new house. I live in Palm Coast. Fucking boring, man. So my mom, as she's about to say bye to the neighbors. They lived in a neighborhood full of old people, and an 85-year-old couple next door. And she, saying her goodbye, whatever you say, hey, it was nice to live next to you. I don't know, but it's like, hey, how you doing? And Bob, the guy who lives there, he's sick. He's been sick, right? So Janet says, Janet, how's Bob doing? Oh, Bob, he's not doing well. He's been on a lot of drugs. And I was like, well, what do you mean? Like pain pills? What's he been doing? She goes, no, he actually just started doing crack. And this is true, I swear to God. And my mom's like, what do you mean? Like he's like smoking the crack? She's like, yeah. Basically, he'll lock himself in the bathroom in the middle of the night and won't let me in. And he's just smoking crack. And then he just walks around the house naked. And I'm thinking, like, and this guy, like, he's like a well-to-do, like, he has a Model T in his garage. Like, that's a lot of money, you know what I mean? And he just started smoking crack. Like, how do you just pick up crack? Like, I'm 85, fuck it, I'm just gonna pick it up. What? And then the best is that she says that sometimes we even go outside in the middle of the night and walk around naked. Like, that's comforting. I'm raising my middle school child, and there's some 85-year-old crackhead by the name of Bob that doesn't really know the effects yet, because he just picked it up, so he doesn't know what to expect. Just walking around butt naked. So I figured he was like, I came into this world naked into a Model T, and god damn it, that's how I'm going out. That was a punchline. Alright, I'm actually gonna get off stage here, but I was gonna talk about this when I first got up, but you fucked me up. And I had to read my poetry. But I had to. There's a girl, there she is, in the green dress. She was about to use the women's restroom, and I was like, oh, hold on, I'm going on next. Can I go in real quick? And she was nice about it, so I used the women's facilities, which, by the way, is nice. It's fucking huge. You can have a conference in that son of a bitch, which I'm sure you ladies take advantage of. But, just, if anyone, I lift up to see. Yeah, did you see it too? There's a little blood. So this is a public service. Anyone that can supply a lady with a plug, she's in need. And on that awkward note, have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.
God damn it, Arvin. One more time for Arvin. Here's the thing. If you get anything out of this show, just know that because it's going to happen when you grow older, someone's going to approach you and ask you if you want to do drugs. And when that happens, I want you to remember that face, that man over there, because that'll keep you clean and sober and healthy and good in your life. That goddamn walking PSA.